Leicester City have been promoted to the Premier League, and with that comes a rebuild to hopefully stay in the Premier League and maybe even get top 10. That would be nice. But let's get into this. Lots of money, 68 million. I'm probably going to give them a 10 million boost because they did win the championship, so they're going to get quite a lot of money from that. But first thing I did was just sign players that actually signed for them in real life. Fatawo joining him on a permanent deal. Then I also ended up selling. I ended up transfer listing all the players that were gonna leave in real life. I'm just gonna get rid of them. So the squad it's a decent squad. Three midfielders, and it's a 4-3-3. I mean, it's not great, but it's better. It should be better than Ipswich, Southampton, definitely. So I don't think we should really need to make many improvements. Probably faster center back because honestly, they're all so slow. Um, Besides that, maybe a backup right back, a few midfielders would be nice, and honestly, it's just backups. Another player that actually joined them in real life coming in on a permanent deal, and after that, here is my short list. Now, a few players that I think joined them in real life, like Alcoli, I couldn't sign them because they were on loan in this version of the game, so yeah, just couldn't sign them. But this is what is left, and I'm looking at a few names here, and this guy, Ahmed Hodzic from Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United were terrible last season, terrible defense, but you know what? This guy is great. Has some pace, which is nice for a center back. It's a great change, but shouldn't be that expensive. Yeah, 6.5 million. That is pretty cheap, and he's not gonna start. But even if he plays, it's a decent signing. Didn't cost us a lot, so definitely really good signing. He is in there. Like I said, just faster. That's really nice, and yeah. I am going to change the center mid position to a CDM because we just have a few CDMs, and I'm looking to sell Ndidi and bring in someone else. And there's one guy on my short list which I'm really keen on bringing in, but I am going to have to sell Ndidi first. That guy is Mohamed Kamara from Monaco. We can't sign him on just we can't negotiate. We have to pay his actual release clause, which honestly it's more realistic. 24.7 million. It is a lot more than what he's valued for, but I think honestly a problem I have with FIFA is their the ratings for the transfer values are very low. They're very low to compare to real life. These players are much more expensive nowadays in the current game. So, like I said, 24.7 million. It's a lot, but I want to keep this somewhat. I want to do these rebuilds in a realistic fashion, and 24.7 for this quality of a player, I think, is pretty realistic. I am going to sell Ndidi, and he is going to Newcastle. They're buying him for 15.5. I just didn't want to use him, and he's not been that great in real life, so I wouldn't be surprised if they sell him in real life too. Now, that left us with a few midfielders which were not that great playmaking wise and attacking wise. So I want to sign a more attacking minded center mid in Gabriel Sara from Norwich. Hit double digits in both goals and assists last season in the championship, and just a great player overall. And 76 rated, he would be a great addition. Just offer something different to the players already in there. I think it's a great signing, and we're also still selling Chaudhry to Cadiz, so that's a great signing. After that, I signed a right back. Now, call me a bit boring, but it is the same guy I signed in the Southampton Rebel too. But he's just so good, and he just fits this team like a glove. It's a perfect fit for a backup right back, and yeah, I just could not find anyone else. But Gabriel Sara is going to be going into that center mid position. I've been trying to sell Dewsbury Hall like they did in real life, but just have not got any offers so far. Guerrero starting that CDM, but right back, I think it's a great signing, great backup option to Pereira. I'm also bringing back Samari from loan, just need a backup CDM, and he's good. When we can, I'm just gonna bring recall players back. I think it's a pretty good tactic. But Sarah, it's only gonna take 2 weeks to train him to a certain position. I think it's a great signing. Only 19 million left. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. This team is looking good, and I don't want to sign too many players this team did great in the championship last season, and I don't want to change too much of that original squad. So let's sim to January and hopefully not be in relegation scrap. We shouldn't be. It's a great squad, and we've signed some great additions. So are we? We have to go through this first. Where are we in the Prem? 12th, and I'll definitely take that. We're not that many points off of the relegation zone, only 6, but I'll take that. A pretty good season so far. Chelsea in 10th. So, yeah, to take away from that, we don't know if I'm going to sign too many players. We're just kind of low on budget, but I don't know. The squad's looking good. We're growing quite nice. Vardy is down to 74. That was one of the issues I had. We just didn't have a great striker up top. Daka just not that great goal scoring wise in the championship, and Vardy kind of old. But honestly, I just didn't want to sign anyone. I wanted to trust Vardy, and let's see if that was the right option. Because who was our top scorer? It was Vardy, so it was probably the right decision to keep him, not sell him. And yeah, it's been working pretty good so far. 8 goals in 14. Batson Daka not matching those numbers. Yeah, like I said, not the greatest striker, but I just didn't want to replace him. Just why is it? I don't think they're gonna this season. 24 million pounds, but that is a bit deceiving because once I renewed some contracts, that was down to 12 million, which is not a lot of time to sell or just do anything in this transfer markets. But we did end up selling a player in James Justin to Leipzig. We just had 2 great left backs, and I didn't. They were both kind of getting mad because they didn't play every single game. So I just ended up selling one of them, and just to make room, and also because we had a pretty good backup left back in who was out on loan, who I was just gonna bring back. It's like I said, if I have the option to, I'm just gonna bring back a player from loan. So signing someone, Luke Thomas, 73 rated, just a pretty good backup option. 74 now, that's even better. So Christensen is going to be our starting left back. Luke Thomas is going to be our backup. But with that, we have some money to sign one more player. It's a player who was sold to the Saudi League just a season back, but now I'm bringing him back for one more season in the Premier League. Sorry, it is Demarai Gray for 11 million. It is a lot of money, and I don't know if he's worth it because he's going to be a backup. But I just think this is a great option off the bench. We didn't really have a backup left wing. We have Mavidi, who has been doing good, but I wanted some competition in the squad. So 77 rated Demarai Gray, it's a pretty good addition. He can play a few other positions too, so we'll definitely take that and convert him to a left wing. But that is gonna do it for our transfer window in the second half of the season. I'm just gonna send to the end of the season with the squad. It's a good team. We'll see how we do. So far, we're doing great, but can we do even better? Top 10, anyone? I think that could be possible, honestly. But we sent that. Where have we finished in the Prem? Have we survived in this first season? Let's see. We have 10th place. Like I said, that's a great season from us. Chelsea in 13th. What are they doing? Ipswich Town, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth getting relegated as we finished 10th. Great season from us. Conceded quite a lot of goals, which is to be expected. We have Hermanson, a rookie, like a very young player in goal, so that's really understandable. But I just didn't want to sign any new goalkeeper. Didn't want to have any goalkeeper drama. Man City winning the league like always, and FA Cup, Tottenham Hotspur, EA fixed their game. Notts County making it to the semi-final. That is quite interesting. Beat Chelsea too, so. How did that happen? I don't know. Where did we lose? Not at least round 4, surely. Not even that. It's a very disappointing showing from us. Yeah, round 3 Chelsea. So Notts County did what we couldn't. Beat Chelsea in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup also Tottenham. I mean, EA, come on. Hopefully FC25 will be better. Bristol City making it to the semifinals, and we lost to them in the round 4. 32. That is very disappointing. I've noticed this. When you sim through the calendar, you just do terribly in the cups for some reason. You just don't play your players. Bayern winning the Champions League, Galatasaray winning the Europa League, and Club Brugge winning the Conference League. That is the season done. Pretty good season, honestly. Sure the Cubs didn't go great, but really all I cared about is survival and doing great. So we'll take a top scorer. I'm not even sure this is gonna be, either Vardy or Daka, but no, both of them didn't play every single game. So it is Mavididi. So decent player that was. 14 goals. Patson Daka did take over the starting spot in the second half of the season. Just wasn't that great. 11 goals, 28 matches, and Jamie Vardy is still staying strong. 9 goals for him, and 71 rated now. But Gabriel Sara stepping up in the second half of the season, 5 goals, and yeah, so pretty good season from that perspective. Yeah, pretty good. But will that be enough to get anywhere on the top scorer list? We'll just check it out in a sec. But Damari Gray wasn't that great of signing. 2 goals in 10 matches is just, yeah, pretty poor. We had no playmakers. Disbury Hall with 4 assists is our top assister, but yeah, just that might have held us back. Notice no like really big playmakers. I expected Gabriel Sara to be that guy, but he just got 1 assist. Bit disappointing, but we'll move on to see the top scorer list. Who was the top scorer overall in the Premier League that season? It was it Holland? It was Salah, okay, 22. Golovin for Aston Villa scoring 22 also. That's impressive. And Holland in third. Mavididi in 17th. Anyone else? Probably not, I would assume. Yeah, no one else. Top assisters, I doubt we have anyone in there. And yeah, we do not. As it is a bit depressing. But clean sheets, where are we on there? Wow, that is pretty poor. Hermansen in 19th with 3 clean sheets. That is very terrible. I don't know how we did so. How did we get 10th place and just only have 4 clean sheets the whole season? That just makes no sense. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. What rebuild should I do next? Maybe I should do a rebuild in another country. We'll see. But hope you enjoyed, and yeah, subscribe.